What's going on, everybody, and welcome to day 2 of David's Tea's 24 Days of Tea 2019 edition. Now, I pulled out day 2. I do have it steeping right behind me right now as we speak, but for any of those who are unaware and have not opened day 2 yet or haven't bought the advent calendar yet, the unboxing and the unveiling is now. Now, day 2 is another fruit infusion, and it works perfect for a cold, snowy day like we're having here in Jersey right now. And day 2 is apple cider. Now, it says warm apple cinnamon. Let's look at the ingredients. Naturally, the first ingredient is apple. Second ingredient is apple pomace. Then we have some sweet blackberry leaves, apple flavoring, artificial vanilla and cream flavoring, and some concentrated apple juice. So overall, this is mostly an apple tea. It does have some other stuff in here. By looking at it, I see the apple pieces. I guess I see a little bit of cinnamon in here, or that might be the apple pomace and the blackberry leaves, but there's no actual cinnamon listed on the ingredients, which is very interesting. Now, for day 2, there isn't a coupon or anything, so I guess joke's on me here. But I have had this steeping, so without further ado, let's see what apple cider is all about. Now, it does say, actually, let's go into this first. It does say to steep this for 5+ minutes at 200 degrees Fahrenheit for 16 ounces. It's caffeine free for any of those who are wondering, but I wasn't wondering. But I know some people are caffeine sensitive. Now, this has been steeping for about 6 minutes now, so I believe it's ready to go. Now, from the scent, we get a nice apple smell. And it smells like apple cider. It's very intriguing already to see what this is going to taste like, and I'm very excited to try it. I love me a good hot apple cider, especially when it's cold out. It's about, I think, 35 degrees out there right now, Fahrenheit, of course. So let's take our sips. Let's see if day 2 is worth it for you. Now, this is a little hot, of course, because that's how I brew it, and every so often I don't brew it too well and it gets too hot. But from the few sips I'm able to take here, this has a really nice apple flavor to it. It's not overwhelming, it doesn't taste overly sugary, and it doesn't taste artificial. Now, as an apple cider, this tea comes off more as like an apple tea in itself. I do believe if there was actual cinnamon in here and you could taste it, it would be a great apple cider flavored tea. But for what it's worth, you do get those hints of vanilla in there, which I guess is there to what's supposed to disguise as cinnamon, but that doesn't really work. But as a tea in itself, this is a very good tasting herbal tea. I think this was at one point spiced apple cider, and they just kind of brought it down to regular apple cider, which is fine. This tea is definitely a good tea for a cold day, as today. I could also see this being prepared iced in a really good way. You know, it's really hard that if you're a fan of apple, for a flavor to go out there and mess up apple. Apple is probably the most generic fruit flavored taste today, minus orange. And the fact that this tea does have apple pieces and apple pomace in it, as well as the blackberry leaves and the vanilla flavoring, it makes for a very relaxing tea. Day 2, I think, is cool. I would have liked more if day 2 would have been like a tea with caffeine in it. These 2 days in a row now, we have caffeine-free teas, which I get it, because most people are going to have this tea probably at night. At least that's how I'm going to be doing it, and I'm not going to want to be up all night from a caffeine-based tea. So, you know, I think this tea works a little bit better with my mood today because it is snowing outside. But overall, it's not a bad tea. I think a lot of people, if you like apple-flavored beverages, food, apples, or apple cider and apple juice, This tea is going to be right up your alley. Like I said, for it trying to say it's apple cinnamon, I really wish we would have had a little bit more of that cinnamon spice to it. But aside from that, this is a good tasting tea. And I think day two, based on the weather, and that's just pure coincidence today, does work out for a tea that I would have wanted to have today. Now, with that being said, we have two good teas, day one and day two. What's up for day three? Well, that's something you guys are going to have to tune in tomorrow night to find out. As always, day two, well, not as always. Day two is apple cinnamon. As always, thank you for watching the video. Like, share, subscribe. If you've had apple cider by David's Tea, if you're going to drink it tonight, let me know what you think down in the comment section below of this tea. What have you thought of the two teas so far? And do you think, if you're ahead of the game with me on this, if you started your advent calendar a little bit early, like maybe when you first got it at the beginning of the season, am I going to be excited for what I have to look forward to? That's my question to you. So thank you for watching the video. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, I'll catch you tomorrow night, guys. Let's go finish this. Let's go have a relaxing night. I'll see you later.